welcome to episode 2 of Talking Drums Thursdays. This episode, we will be discussing doing business in Africa. So I really want to share some of my insights and experience of running a travel company that is focused on the African market, a number of countries across Africa. And also, I'd love to hear from you. So if you have a business or you're thinking of setting up a business in a country in Africa, please comment below and let me know about your experiences and any tips and insights you can share with us also. Before I start, it's important for me to emphasize that Africa is a continent of 54 countries. Therefore, your experience in one country will likely vary to your experience in another country. And that also goes for the process of setting up a business. And so you really should consider that, especially if you're thinking of setting up a business that will cover a number of markets across the continent. Your experience in one may vary from another. So you may need to be doing 2 lots of research, or you may need to be undertaking 2 lots of exploratory trips, or 3, so forth. But the important thing to remember is that it's a diverse continent, and so your experiences may vary from country to country. It's so important to do your research. There are so many ways to do that, and there's a lot of places you can look for information. YouTube, for example, is a fantastic platform. People showcase their experiences directly of setting up businesses in particular countries, and so that can give you more of an insight before you decide to step into business yourself. However, it's really important that you go beyond YouTube. You need to do your own research. This could be online research, so looking into a country, the state of its economy, the process of setting up a business, what that country actually says online about setting up a business. If you're planning to set up a business in a country that you are not a citizen of, you need to really understand your rights, and maybe what additional processes you may need to go through as a foreigner versus being a citizen. You really need to understand the industry. So you may be an expert in an industry in one country, but that industry may vary a lot in another country. So you really need to understand what the industry is like at a local level. This goes without saying, but you really need to visit the country that you're planning to either set up your business in or do business in. You need to have that on the ground experience. You need to research on the ground. You need to meet people, network, and really understand if your business is even a viable business in that particular market. So I think personally it's crucial to experience a country on the ground. You need to do market research to understand if your business is even needed in the market that you want to enter, and also is it viable in the market you want to enter. So on the ground experience, absolutely crucial. You can meet people, you can gain contacts, and then you can really understand what your business is going to be like in the market you're trying to enter. And is it trying to solve a problem? If yes, what? What is the solution that your business is providing, and why should customers come to you over any of the other businesses that are already established in that space? Consider why you? Why are you different? I'd also build relationships. As the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun. There may be someone that's already doing what you're planning to do, and guess what? That's fantastic, because they can tell you what they've had to go through in order to set up that business and give you tips and insights directly, and that will enable a smoother journey for you. But in addition, you're able to build contacts on the ground that you can maybe leverage from time to time. And also, it's always good to have a community. So that's a good starting point as well. I'd also look online at your country's business or trade department to see if they provide any support for you if you want to access a particular market. Some countries have specific market access teams that will enable you to set up a business in a particular country and provide you with relevant guidance or support. I would plan. But I'd also remember that Things in Africa might not work the way you're used to. And so you need to also have flexibility. That is really key. So have a plan, but also be flexible so that if things don't go to plan, you can pivot. Don't be on such a rigid timeline. So, for example, in country A, it may be really easy to set up a business. Everything might be available online versus country B, where it may be quite a manual process. And so you need to factor that into your plans and your timelines. So the continent is cash intensive for the most part, whereas some people may be used to countries that are credit intensive. So you need to really think about your source of income, your source of capital. So you need to get capital. And also you need to think about how to create a sustainable business that is going to be able to take care of itself so that you can either pay yourself back or pay back perhaps whoever you borrowed money from in order to set up your business, but you want to ultimately set up a profit-making business. So as part of your plan, you need to be getting capital, but thinking about ways to ensure that your business is sustainable in the long term so that you actually get returns on your investment. You need to understand your customer base. Who is your customer? What are they looking for? Why should they come to you? What are you providing them with? And what service are you providing them with, or product that means that they will return? I think too often people think about a customer as a one-time thing, but a lot of the successes I've seen across the continent is when they're catering to repeat custom, that actually provides a steady income because you're creating long-lasting customer relationships, and because of that you're creating repeat customers. This is just a handful of insights that I've gained from running my business across the continent. I'd love to hear from you. What experiences have you had? What insights can you share from your experiences of setting up or doing business in Africa? Any insights of a particular country or any insights of a particular sector? Please comment below. We'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week.